Check your three-step process we have seen in the previous class to work with what database tables. One is your creating login. One is second step is creating user. Third step is granting permissions. Right? This is the three-step process we have seen in the previous class. Okay. Okay. So now remember. Uh, yeah. So three-step process here, like. Now what I want, like here, see, like after that set, we'll go with server level security. As part of server level security, see these things I will show you graphically first. Yesterday we have done by using what? Commands, right? Creating login, user, granting permissions. Graphically, I will show you one time, then we'll go with the step-by-step security features. Okay, check here. Okay, we'll log into any one server. Yeah. Okay. Right. Check here. First step we have, so now we can create a login here. See, by right clicking on logins here. First step. Okay. Check here. New login. Login name. Login name Hussein, for example, with some password we have seen. We can uncheck this also here if want. Otherwise, we have to mention here some strong password we have to mention. Otherwise, we can uncheck this. Now we can go with what? Any password now. Uncheck this here. Okay. Right. Right. Okay. Okay. Now sir, like what I will do, like after unchecking, I will now say login is ready now. Once I say okay, but this login, Hussein should access to which DB database that I want. We have to create here. See under user mapping, right? Let's say I want to allow him to work with this database, like this here. We can allow same person, same login to work with multiple databases. Correct, right? Yes, yes. So like this, like we can select here multiple users. We can well just to select the user, it will create already. Okay, right. Yes. So that is like, yeah. Then third step is what? Granting permissions. Now remember, once he connect to the server, he can go to these databases, but he can't work with the tables. Correct, right? Suppose if I make him DB owner, see here, DB owner role. So if I add him into DB owner role, then he can perform any task in this database, Northwind database. He can perform any task in what? Northwind database here. Why? Because DB owner is a database level, top level role, right? But here, see, Here he can't do anything here. Just he can connect to database. He can't do anything here. Only here I have added him to DB owner role, for example. Clear, right? Yes. Say okay. Okay. Now check here. Now check here, like user is ready here, means login is ready here. If I go to respective databases, as part of DB level security, user is also created here in all the three databases, for example. Okay. Yes. Yes. See here, like this, like users are also created here. Okay. Okay. Now here, like now once he connect to the data, once he connect to the server, check here. Already we know. See, he can go to what AdventureWorks database, but he can't see the tables. He can go to log demo. He can't see the tables, but in Northwind database, he is DB owner, right? That's why he can work with total objects here by default. He can do anything here in Northwind database. Why? Because he is the owner. Correct, right? Yes, yes. This is like how we are creating the users, how we are granting the privileges. Now we have to grant the permissions, right? How we are granting permissions here graphically. So we can go to database. See, database level permission if you want to grant, just right click on database properties. Observe here, permissions. Which user? Select the user, grant the permissions here. What permissions he wants to work with here. Okay. The same way, if you want to grant table level permissions, right click on a table. Same things here. Which table? Properties, permissions. Same steps are there. Search, browse, select the username. See here. Okay. Okay. Select again, grant the permissions here. On this table, he can work with select command, insert command, delete command, like this here. Okay. The same way, if you want to grant the schema level permission, same thing, security, right click on security, go to schemas. Already we know, just to group the tables, we have schemas. Schema, right click on schema, properties, permissions, search, browse, username, right? Okay, okay. Same, select what permission, select permission. We have seen a with grant option means what? He can grant to other users also, right? With grant option. Means what? In this schema, human resources schema, we have seen 10 tables are there. He can work with 10 tables with which command, select command, as well as he can grant same permission to other users also. Like this here graphically also we can perform the activities here. Some confusion may be there graphically. Commands are better in general in my view, but that is your choice. Which is better, you can work with that. There is no restrictions in company. You have to work with command only with yeah. Like, but commands are better for us. Now observe here. Now he can go to AdventureWorks database. He can see the tables here. Refresh one time. See, we have granted on human resources schema level, right? In that schema, 6 tables are there. He can work with 6 tables. This is person dot address schema. So he can work with that particular tables here. Like this here, how we can graphically. we can do the same activities by right clicking what we have done yesterday through command. Okay, as an admin remember you want to see to which user what permissions we have granted on this table. For example, same just right click on the table properties permissions. You can see here we have granted on this table three users has permissions. What permission? Click on this Ramesh. Okay, Mukesh is it. So you can see here he has which permission. Select permission. Okay, so she has select permission. But if you see like dot, again we have restricted only for required columns only. We can work with these columns only here. You can't say select the star from this table. Clear, right? Like this here we can see the permission. Ramesh has how what permissions? Inside permission plus select permission. Like this here graphically also we can see to which user what permissions we have granted. Clear, right? Okay, graphically how we are granting the permissions. Okay, it is clear, Sritam, Srikant, Hussain, Bharaprasad, Murthy. Graphically, same thing. Yesterday we have seen through commands actually. Same thing we can do graphically also, I'm showing. Yes. Okay, right, right. Okay, next here we'll go to other server level security features. Check here. Yeah, so check here. We'll work with the logins. We have seen just one SQL login we have created, right? Just we have provided the login name, password, right? Login name, password we have created. SQL login we have provided. We have created. Okay. Yes. So SQL login we have provided where we can create yeah, login name password we have created. We can create Windows logins also. Windows logins means remember first already user should be there at OS level. OS level already user should be there. Then for that user we can create login here in SQL Server. Okay, OS level already user should be there, some user should be there in Windows. Then for that user, we are allowing him to work with SQL Server by creating Windows logins. We also know like for same domain employees, for same domain employees and applications, we are allowing to work with by creating Windows logins. Windows logins. SQL logins are there for any domain users. Suppose let's say I want to allow from your laptop, I want to allow to connect to my instance, this instance from your means what you will open SSMS in your laptop. You want to connect to this instance which is running in my machine. Then remember I have to create which login for you. SQL login I have to create or Windows login I have to create to allow access. Abhilash, Abhishek. Understood, right? In your machine, SSMS is there already. I want to allow from your machine to connect to my instance. So I have to create which type of login here in my instance so that you can connect from your laptop. And see, your laptop and my laptop are there in different domains. Means these are our personal systems, right? These are not company laptops. If company laptop, all the laptops will be connected to company domain by default. But these are personal laptops. Yes, Prasad is SQL login. Correct, right? Why? Because both are independent machines. Both are not there in any domain actually. That's why we have to go with C. Okay, right, right. Suppose if both these machines, like this one machine and your laptop, if both are there in same domain, like TCS domain or HCL domain, same domain, then you can connect through Windows logins. Okay. So if both the server and our machine is there in same domain, then we can connect those logins. If they are independent, SQL Server is there in one domain, and our Windows is there in different user is there in different domain. Then remember we have to go with which type of logins? SQL logins. Different domain SQL login. Same domain Windows login. Very simple. Don't get any confusion. Different domain Windows login. Same domain SQL login. Okay. Right. Right. Okay. Okay. How we are creating Windows logins here? First steps here. OS level, we have to create a user. Here, if I right click on Start button, computer management. Actually, this is done by our Windows team, but for practice purpose, I am showing here computer management, local users and groups. Okay, create users. Here, see, so many users are there in my machine. Like this here, I can create a user here first. After creating a user here first, then what I can do, I can I can allow this user to access SQL Server through Windows login. Through Windows login. Check here, I'm creating a user here. New user, username, some password. Okay, yeah, user is created successfully. Means OS level here. But whenever you are working in a company, your username is there in the domain, right? Domain. Your username in the domain actually. You will work with that user, which is there in the domain. Okay, user is ready now. Now remember, I will go back to my SQL server. Here see for Murthy, I will create a login. Here see which type of login, Windows login. Just right click on logins, new login, search. We can type here directly or we can say advanced, find now. Check here, one log user is there, Murthy. Okay, okay. Yeah, Windows authentications. Windows authentication, not SQL Server authentication. Remaining steps are same. We can make him admin member if want, or we can allow him to work with some database tables also. That is common here. The remaining things are common. Just we can differentiate here. If you see system name slash or like domain name slash some name, then it is a Windows login. Check it very clearly, it is showing. Check it. Whenever you see system name slash something, it is a Windows. It means what? First I have to log in into with this account, move the account. I can enter into this machine with this account. Then whenever we open the SSMS, here it will show here system name slash the by selecting Windows authentication connected. Understood, right? First I will enter into OS with Murthy. Then just by selecting Windows authentication, I can connect to this server. Why? Because already login is there for Murthy. Okay, that is like how the Windows authentication is, how we are creating Windows logins. Okay, yes, 1 minute. Okay, yes. Let's see how we are creating Windows logins. Means just remember in real time what will happen. We'll get the ticket. They will send us some username like HSBC slash Mukesh, for example. Means HSBC is what domain name, Mukesh is username. For him, just after getting the username, directly we can create a login here, Windows login. Clear, right? Yes, let us see how we are creating the Windows login. Very simple steps are there. Okay, I will show you once again something more about Windows logins at the end of this module. Okay, next year roles are there. Role is a, just remember role is collection of what? Privileges. Collection of privileges or permissions. We have seen what different roles are there in a company, like manager role is there, team lead. Okay, so team member, senior manager, director role, like CTO role, for example. CEO is a chief executive officer. Okay, like chief management officer, like different roles we know already, right? So different roles are there as in a company, but technology wise, remember in a organization, technology wise we have one person called CTO, chief technology officer. Under CTO again we have different managers. So I'm the database manager. Okay, so some other person is there, some application development related manager, everything's here. The roles just we have to understand. Every role has their own privileges, right? Every role has their own privileges or permissions. Just remember, role is a collection of privileges or permissions here. Nothing. Okay, right. Role is a collection of privileges or permissions. Okay, okay, check here. By default, see at server level, we have some roles are there, predefined roles are there. The top level role is there, sysadmin, right? Server level, top level role is sysadmin. We have to know after creating login, if I add that login into sysadmin role, he can perform anything in that server. Okay, server level, top level role is what? Sysadmin. Server level, top level role is sysadmin. As a DBA, remember, we are working with this role. Clear, right? We can create our own roles also, custom roles here. We can create our own roles also, custom roles. Okay, means generally we know already role is a collection of what privileges. Okay, role is a collection of what privileges. Okay, uh, mm, that's why same thing like okay, collection of privileges. That's why we can create a separate role also. We can create our own roles actually, custom role. From 2012 onwards, we'll see that one. Let's say we'll check the roles. Server roles are there here. See, if I go to server level security, server roles are there. Check here. Sysadmin is a topmost role we have seen. Server level, top level role is sysadmin. Correct, right? Yes. That's why then once again remember these server roles are only for our team members only, for DBA team members only. These roles are not for other team members. Okay. Yes, yes. Okay. Then say setup admin is it? Setup admin can set up here linked servers. Here see some objects are there. Here server objects. He can create these objects. Server admin is there. He can configure server level features. Means what? He can right click on the server. He can set all these properties. He can set all these properties here server admin. Clear, right? Yes. Next here, security admin is there. Security admin can work with what? Security admin can work with all the security features. Okay. So, security, whatever the, okay, right. Security admin is it. So, all security features. Public, we have seen default rule for every user. Process admin, what he can do, process admin, he can work with all the processes. Check here, previous day we have seen Sashi or Mukesh, one user have created here, Mukesh, okay, connected. See, whenever Mukesh right click on the server, he say new query. If we run the command sp underscore who or who to, see here, see, he can see his own process only. He is working in 83 here process ID. He can see his own process only. But as a DBA, I can see all the processes here. I can see all the processes. Mukesh can see his own process, but I want to allow Mukesh to see all the processes. Then what I will do, I will add Mukesh into this role. See here, server roles, process admin. Okay. Now see here, whenever Mukesh runs again, same command here. See, here Mukesh is working. Don't confuse. Now, what happened? Mahesh sir have granted to Mahesh. Mukesh, server role, process admin. Okay. Now, whenever he run the command, he can see here all processes. Like this, here process admin allows us to see all the processes. Disk admin is it? He can work with the database files. DB creator, he can create the databases. Basically, it is a developer roles here. Okay, if we want to allow developers to work with, we can add him to this role. Right, right. Next year, bulk admin is there. He can sorry work sorry work with bulk operations here. Means what? Import export operations he can perform. Like they said, these are the different roles are there as part of server level security, and we have seen that we can create our own role also. See here, we can create our own role also. Okay. Yes. To create our, we'll see that how to create our own role. Once again, remember, as a DBA or as a learner, no need to by heart which role has what permissions. We can check also here. Suppose you want to see what server admin can do, for example. So check here, SPSRV role permission. See here, pass the role name. We can see now what permissions this role has. Okay, see here. He can add the members to this role. He can grant, deny, revoke permissions. He can read the error log. All these activities he can perform here. What DB creator can do? Let's see. See, he can create the databases, he can drop the databases, he can modify the database, he can restore the database, he can restore the log backup also, like he can rename the database. Clear, right? Yes, yes. These are the various activities he can perform. We have to understand. Okay, right. That is the server roles are there. The summary we have to understand. Server role is only for our team member. We'll see one example. We'll see. Let's say we have Srikanth is there. I want to make Srikanth as sysadmin member. Check here, very simple steps are there. Right, click on logins, new login, type login name, password. Okay, just I'm unchecking this. Otherwise, strong password we can enter. Go to server roles, sysadmin. Right, very simple steps are there. Say okay. Now Srikanth can work as sysadmin member. Check here. Once he connect to server, see by default he is getting agent means member. He is sysadmin member. He can go to any database. He can work with total tables. He can perform any task now. In this instance, test SQL 99. Understood, right? Very simple steps are there here. How we can create the logins, how we are granting the permissions here, how we are adding into sysadmin role. Okay, one question, one thing. Yes, right. Okay, one question is there. Okay, she's asking, what is public in server role? Already we have seen, okay. We have seen every login is a member of which role? Public role. Public role, public is a default role for every login, right? Yes. Okay. These are see like how we are working with the roles. Okay. The same way as part of server level security, we have some other options are there here. Like we have credentials are there, cryptographic providers are there here as part of security. Okay. So generally remember this credentials and cryptographic providers are there. Generally remember these two are there basically while working with cloud computing features like AWS or Amazon. While working with cloud platforms, remember these are used for as credentials here while working with cloud computing platforms. Means what if you want to take backup directly into cloud, okay, to take backup into what? Directly into cloud, then we are going with these credentials. Okay, we'll see that one, credentials. So basically, while working with this, while working with cloud computing, we have to use this one. The next one is auditing. Is it? Auditing is nothing but we have seen capturing the information. Auditing is basically what? Capturing the information. Okay, right. So we have seen like for very highly sensitive, suppose let's say credit cards database is there. In that here compulsory we have to audit the user activities. Okay. Credit card database is there. We have to audit the user activities. Okay, so why? Because even as a DBA, so what I have done at what time everything should be recorded. Why? Because very highly sensitive database, right? If something happen, problem is there. That's why remember for that purpose here we are going with this auditing option. Auditing is basically what? Capturing the information. Both we have server level auditing options are there as well as database level auditing options are there. Server level and DB level. Check here how we can implement it. Is a two-step process. First steps here. First steps here we have to create a audit. By creating audit, remember we have to mention the by creating audit, remember we have to mention the file path here into which file or into which path I want to capture the information. Okay, check here we can provide some audit name. Failed logins audit, I'm saying means what? Whenever login fail, I want to capture why login fail. Okay, from which machine he has tried to log in. Okay, yeah, failed login. Here see path we can mention here in which folder it should be audited. DMS SQL audit. In this folder I want to capture. See, one file is generated here with the extension .sql audit, with the extension .sql audit. One file is created here. Okay, yeah, audit is created here. Already it was there. Yeah, by default here it is in disable mode. Just by right clicking we can enable. Okay. Then second step, remember, second step, we have to, now we have to, which events we have to capture. Either server level audit we can do, as well as DB level security also. DB level audits are there here. So we can capture here database level events, we can capture server level, but failed logins are server level events, right? That's why right click on server, new server audit specification. Here see audit name. Select the audit name. Okay, which event you want to audit? It is asking failed login group. I am saying here failed login group means what? Whenever login fail, I want to audit. I am saying failed login. Right, right. Okay. Next year, say okay. Same thing. Enable one time. Enable. Now remember, whenever some login fail, like Srikanth is connecting with incorrect password. Okay, we can see here, see in the server audit. So view audit log. Here we can see here why login failed. See reason password did not match here. Very clear reason it is saying. Okay, right, right. So now check here yeah. So that is uh, uh, right. So check here from which machine he has tried to log in also it is showing local machine, same machine. And see in this part DMSSQL, one file is created here with the extension .sql audit. In that file, these details are recorded. DBCC group is a DBCC database console command. Whenever the user runs DBCC command, it is audited. Like this these are see like how we can implement here auditing. For example, let's say I am trying to connect with incorrect username Abhishek, for example. There is no use login name, for example 18456. Check here, view audit logs. Again one more event is recorded. Check here, it is saying very clearly Abhishek. Reason could not find login matching the name provided here. With this name, there is no login itself, it is saying here. Right, right, right. This is we have to understand here, like how we can implement log auditing. These are just some database server level security features are there. We'll continue again with the DB level security features. Okay, right.